Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure. So,
Alright.
hello, and welcome to the episode 0 of the Tenno 2-drink minimum. I am Kaz, and I am joined by...
Some dick and an ascot. I am Shotface, and I am going to troll you now that we are live.
Fuck you. But this is the Tenno 2-drink minimum. I've already taken one shot off camera, and I'm going to take this one on. That was a little bit more than I thought it was. That's fine. That's fine. Because I don't actually have a shot glass, which is fucked up.
How do you not have a shot glass? You're lame.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think you should just stop what you're doing. Go get a shot glass. You should man up. And
Fuck
you know,
you.
own shot glasses. Why don't you own a shot glass, Luke? What's wrong with you?
Because I'm a juvenile delinquent. Ah, fuck.
What are you drinking?
Jerry?
Oh. You're a dumbass.
Yeah. It sucks straight. But, this being the first episode, right now we are going to do some... we're going to start with Warframe. This general, how everything's going to go is we're going to start talking about Warframe. And wherever we get taken, wherever the conversation goes, that's where we go.
Really?
So, yes.
That's how you're doing it. Are
Yep.
you streaming on Twitch or YouTube?
YouTube, on the Console Casuals
You're
YouTube.
streaming on the Console Casuals YouTube.
And you're going to be comments.
Tenno, there's a time-limited mission alert available.
Wait, what?
Check
You're going to be on
navigation.
comments. Yeah, you're going to be on comment duty.
I'm on comments? You're giving me jobs?
Fuck
I don't know how
yeah.
I feel about this.
Fuck you. I'm the one that actually streaming
know-
this, so you were on comments. Fuck you.
I don't know if I want to like have responsibilities at this point. I don't feel like I'm contributing.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry. Let me flip that. I don't feel like I want to contribute.
You're on it.
Wait.
Fuck you. We're doing it.
Okay, fine. Make me the guy who has to do the thing where people get all pissed off.
But we're gonna be doing what? You have a couple of Helios relics that just came out. So we're
I
gonna be doing
have
some relic
two
farming.
Helios relics, and I refined one of them to hopefully give us a chance at getting something.
Okay. So I'd take the non-refined first, and let's do the other one.
Wait, what? What the fuck? Sorry. What the frackin' sweet baby Jesus? Okay.
But
Oh.
he's so pretty.
Your Volt Prime? You're using Volt? Oh, okay, yeah, let's... fuck, I've been sitting at the screen for too long. We need to see, what we have...
Oh yeah, because they were on
for
refresh last time we checked.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so now we have a... Sabotage, a Defense, and... yeah, that's really it, because the first relic we're using is, a Lith.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with one of those.
Okay. Throw it up.
One of those. We're gonna do the Sabo, because Sabotage is easy.
Right.
Well, it's a Lith, so they're all easy. Okay. I guess I'll try it. Fuck it. I only got like 2 shots at getting a part, so if this doesn't work, then we can probably go farm relics somewhere.
Okay. But we're gonna do that, and so load it up. You
There you
had
go.
one.
There
You
you
had 2 jobs. You had 2 fucking jobs.
I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Damn. Son.
And since I'm not
Just
actually
all-
contributing to any of this,
In the shit. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Just pick any relic. It doesn't fucking matter.
go Odonata Prime harness. Fuck it. But
Yeah. Who cares?
so it is. Should we date this?
Should we date it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's like fucking
It is March
March
6th. Yeah, March 6th.
March 6th. That's when we're doing this.
Yep. And so Helios and Banshee Prime have just released. And so the hype train just came out. Just rolled into station. So right now they have.
I think the
Banshee
hype train
Prime.
is thoroughly rolled out. I think the hype is really over. It's
True. Fair enough.
not that big a deal.
Right now we're playing on PS4 currently, and so on PC, what's happening right now is the
The Grimmere are attempting to clear this forest by poisoning the soil. You are here
But
to
right
sabotage
now,
their efforts. Start with the
on
toxin
PC
mixer.
there is crap.
My
we're public.
intel suggests there are
Not really.
rich
Oh
enemies
shit!
of
Why are we
Potash
public? What is
area,
wrong with you?
but I'm unable to pinpoint
okay,
You're the one that
exact
held group
location.
host. Fuck you.
Search them out if you
Oh
are
wow, yeah, I did. I fudged up.
You need
That's
them
my
to
fault. I
open
left
a
this on
relic.
public. We
Are you
gotta
confident
undo
you can
that.
withstand
All right.
their fury?
That's fine. But Banshee Prime Access
A Fisher,
just came out.
Defend yourself and
Just
use
came
London
out.
to open
Holy
relics.
shit!
But at the same time, on PC right now, there is what's the event called?
The what is it?
The
Escort
enemies
Mission
are
Prime.
drunkenly active.
Yes. It's the escort mission type deal. They showed off in a dead stream a while back of the defectors, and you gotta get them to 20 to 20. Oh, really? Apparently there's a
What?
syndicate or something along those lines.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
But that just
Hey,
came out,
syndicate.
and so that's what the
Fine.
hot topic is now.
Yeah, people are. I noticed a couple people mentioned like clanmates. Nobody's saying it's them specifically, but people are mentioning on like Reddit and Twitter that clanmates of theirs have gone for like 20 hours and are like grinded out fucking so much time over the weekend, and
Right.
it's a little obnoxious. Whatever.
Granted, and I'm
I
super
can't wait to
excited
get
a
it. I'm
console.
curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am curious. It should be the middle of this month, according to Megget's stream earlier today. They said they were waiting to put it into cert for the event to finish on PC.
Okay. And that makes sense. I mean, you want to finish it up on PC, get all the hot fixes in, get everything done, get it all primed.
Yeah.
Because that is one of the few advantages of playing on console. We get a more refined version of whatever happened, whatever went down.
Yeah.
And I'm happy, and that's one of the main benefits, honestly, of playing on console that I enjoy is getting a more refined
It's not
version.
being a beta tester.
Hey, we had this discussion
No, that's
before
not-
it started. Warframe is in beta.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait,
We want to tell ourselves.
Take care
did
when
somebody?
destroying the
Okay, great,
biocatalyst
good. Somebody
cartridge.
grabbed the
It is
thing.
highly explosive.
I didn't grab
Yeah, yeah. I
Good
wasn't paying
work.
attention
Now
either.
get to the injector.
it. I mean, it's a list.
Yeah, I don't really care. I have my Comic Prime, which I haven't even worked up or anything. I just have them here.
I have my, my actual setup because I have my speed build on.
Oh, that's kind of useless.
I mean, get in, get out.
Yeah. I do want to play some Paragon soonish. I was hankering for Paragon earlier today, honestly.
They have buffed Bellica, so I'm actually interested to get back to her. They buffed her, her range on her poke and some other stuff that I'm actually really excited for. Because I
Yeah.
really do like Bellica. I know you're a Gideon guy. I
Well,
honestly,
yeah.
I just like Bellica, just the way she's set up, and I notice a lot of people, especially on lower elos, don't watch their mana count. So
Really?
she
I'm all
punishes
about
that.
the mana count.
Well, she punishes that so well with her ult. So I'm super excited to get into that. We should be doing some streaming of that as well. Not really coverage on that.
Probably this weekend, I think.
Definitely.
I might Twitch that this weekend.
Oh.
Just to my race to Twin Blast mastery. But anyway, like we're talking about a completely other free game that's in open beta currently.
Which
Yeah,
I know we're going
'cause
to talk about it at some point.
Warframe is totally still in open beta.
Incinerate the toxin.
We had this
Right?
discussion before. It is technically in beta. But at the same time, if you want to make your points, I will counterpoint as much as I can. I will play devil's
We are
advocate.
going to destroy the injector
Yeah,
by
I don't care.
operating it
I don't
at a
care.
dangerously high
I see
velocity.
Warframe as a finished
Keep the
product. I
grenadier at bay
don't see it
until melts down.
as a beta product. Because it's more in the, like I said before, it's more in the realm of MMOs where they're constantly progressing and changing anyway.
And
So saying it's in beta seems like a cop-out.
Yeah, I agree with that. And at the same time, I understand what they're doing with that mindset, and I think it's more of they're stating it for the mindset of players. Is something I didn't actually bring up before. They're saying it more for a mindset of they're continuing to work on it, and they want people to understand that. So it might be more of a praising thing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely to sell in a certain way. You got to put the game in a certain light, so people's expectations are, only so high. That makes sense, and yeah, they tend to put their foot in their mouth, or they used to. Luckily, they haven't been doing that lately, by making sure not to, hype things up too soon.
Even recently, they paid for that, so I completely agree with that.
That's true. Oh, somebody has somebody's helmet charger is called Ugly Face. That's
You just destroyed a massive
not as good
batch
as
of
puke,
Grenier toxin.
spelled with a W.
Good work. Get to extraction.
no.
Tenno, there are still undiscovered
I stand by my
supply
name.
caches in the area.
God's little mistake.
You may want to locate them before leaving.
But at the same time, we can kind of get into something that's in gaming in general now, because we did start with Warframe like we said we were going to.
Wow, you're gonna be like real stringent about this, huh?
I mean, hey, it's a
We
thing.
totally started with it, and we're gonna into it.
Hey, you gotta be legit. You gotta be legit. Hey, you gotta have a structure, okay?
We have a Benchy Prime in here,
Really? Fuck.
and we got a
Tiger's Prime.
Carrier Prime. Whatever.
I need the Cerebrum, so I'm not worried. I've already been and done with Paris Prime. But we can get into something that's in gaming in general, so we don't get off topic.
Another
Betas.
job well
And
executed.
Betas. This guy with the
unfinished
betas.
games in gaming culture and hype in general in gaming culture, and how that's kind of taken over in a lot of aspects. The biggest one of last year is No Man's Sky. Which, if we want to get into that, we can open that can of worms.
Hey,
But-
there's like some weird sound in the back of your mic, like
Yeah. No. That,
like a vacuum or something. What is that? Somebody
Somebody's-
vacuuming in your house?
Yep.
Are you seriously trying to record and somebody's vacuuming?
Yep.
Wow. Professional.
Uh-huh. Right.
Professional.
I even asked for fucking quiet, and no.
And nope. Nope.
Yep.
And this MR5 is sticking around.
Oh, hey, my daily. The Strug.
I got the Redeemer blueprint.
Totally don't already have that mastered.
What the fuck is this?
Mr. MR19.
Oh no, that's you. It's funny, I can't bring up the stream on my phone. Curious about that.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Let me try. Here.
Switch off of
Throw something else up. Throw another run up.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I was kind of hoping this guy would leave, but whatever. Anyway, fuck it. We'll do, let me go see what the other Fisher is. Or Relic. Let's go look at my cabbages. Get all my fruits and veggies. It's a Neo,
What the hell?
right? It's a Neo? And she Vectus. Nope. 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 Oh, yeah, there it is. It's the N5 Relic. Neo N5 Relic. Let's see about that.
I apologize. This is kind of weird. It's not showing up.
It is not showing up. Are you sure you're broadcasting, homie?
Yeah, because it has the little box in on my screen, so I'm 100% sure I'm actually broadcasting.
Do you remember the old war, operator?
We have a defense and a
Order
rescue.
seems to have misplaced
Where is
those
this?
memories.
Do you want to do the rescue?
No, fuck it. Let's do the defense.
Okay, there it is.
Where is that damned relic?
And music.
And
I actually
you need
subscribe to
need to
my
mute that.
personal channel, so I can see it.
Aha!
So
Aha!
you can't watch your own live stream, I guess, apparently. Or some issue on the phone.
That's a little weird.
But I have chat up, so all goods. But let's continue here. You want to do the another
anyway.
rescue?
No, because I only have one more relic. So...
Leave squad and rejoin.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll have to do that. Well, no, I did take it off public, but
I
this
took
guy's
mine off
just
too.
not going anywhere. Send you an invite.
There we are. I did jumping jacks.
Alright,
Squats.
let me go grab Frosty Pants. We'll do the defense.
Okay. I'll grab my actual build. CC build, because we are CC. True console cache. CC.
Wait, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Where's my, my strength build? There's my...
Come on, bro.
Yep. It is. I can go with my quality build.
Okay, cool. Right on. But
What?
there, I mean, we kind of got off track, but
You think?
hype with video games.
Hype. Hype.
Like
Why
there's
hype?
issue, and
Well,
it does
because
pertain to Warframe at certain things. Like there was
it pertains
really
to everything. Hype
True.
is just people being fucking excited about stuff, but it's the imposed hype of those who, you know, promote.
True.
That's really where the issues come from. So.
And I mean, with No Man's Sky, there was no pullback. The biggest issue I think Hello Games had was there was no, like, they kept perpetuating it. They never said, like, hold up, bring it down a couple notches. Like, it's not going to be the fucking end-all be-all, which I think was their biggest issue. Fuck it, yeah, we're just gonna do that. Okay. But there was no pullback, and I think that's something like, because it was an issue, it was a huge issue with The War Within. It got announced way early, and on top of that, it got a lot of people extremely excited, and the hype built so much. I think some people were disappointed with it, which was kind of bad. Wow, I'm going to this part. But it was kind of bad in a sense because it was a great quest. I really enjoyed that quest.
Our position has been compromised.
Finding the center of the universe that got you
Defend
nowhere.
the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
Yeah, true.
That's a great quest. That's great.
Well, no, I'm talking about Warframe specifically. Like, The War
There are
Within
void
was a great
fissures
quest.
in the area. Use these to
I'm just
crack
saying,
open
you
a
try to
relic.
compare this to things like fucking the Hello Games
No Man's Sky.
fake
No
game.
Man's Sky.
Yeah, the
And
fake game.
I still contest, if No Man's Sky had marketed it like Minecraft, they would have done a whole hell of a lot better, because that's what it looks like it is. It looks like it's a space Minecraft with slightly more complex systems.
No, actually, I would attest that Minecraft has far more complexes. What with the actual crafting being something more complex, at least on PC. You play it on console, it's not so bad because they give you the
Crafting
recipes and such. Yeah.
True.
As far as the War Within hype stuff, it was, I don't know. Yeah, they spoke too early. That's really where I stand with that.
Yeah,
And they learned that lesson.
Look out for
which is something that, again, that I think people are learning. Is especially DE. DE has had their fair share of downfalls and their fair share of pitfalls about certain things, and War Within being one of them, fucking Vacuum Gate being one of them, and
Vacuum.
and
It's the vacuum within, man. Come on. See the way they sold it? The vacuum within? They tried to be funny about it. It's like, oh, look at us, we're being
They're
cheeky.
dropping reactant. Use it to
That's not
crack
fair, I
open
shouldn't
the
make fun.
relic.
Because they actually did, you know,
Don't forget the
try
reactant.
something,
We need
anything.
more to open
Right.
that relic.
Granted, I mean,
and the change
people are just, well, yeah, a change was needed. And I think that's, honestly, I don't have a problem with the whole vacuum thing. just means I get to use Helios or, you know, whatever.
Right.
But
Helios, #1 Sentinel.
I will attest to that. Well, the Sentinel I will, you know, choose to bring every time.
Fuck yeah. But, granted, he's just fun to use. I like using him.
Yeah.
And we are actually in the minority when we choose to use Sentinels over bandits or other
Kavats and
yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah.
And granted, I wish that there was more survivability for him, because there is an issue with the survivability, and they've been trying to deal with it. Granted, I'm sure they have a better band-aid, because as much as I like DE, they do band-aid a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're very band-aid heavy when it comes to fixes, essentially.
And, I mean, that tends to be one of their biggest pitfalls, is they band-aid way too much. Which, again, like, they should probably take another look at the focus system and things like that, where they'll make something and then all of a sudden, okay, that's fine, and they'll move away.
Forget about it?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it goes back to what I said earlier with, you know, you've got the same team working on the same thing for years and years and years. You've got to stay fresh. So you, not only do you want to constantly bring updates in for the player base, you definitely want different and new things for your actual developers to work on. Otherwise, they're going to get burnt out.
And that's just the same as, like, player burnout. Like, me and you burnt out at pretty much the same time a little while back.
This is second time.
Which, I mean, it happened.
The first time I didn't actually really burn out. I started playing on Xbox to try and get, you know, other people to play the game.
Right.
But, I mean, for whatever that was. Then I found out, you know, hey, the game actually runs better on the PlayStation, and you can say that's my opinion, but honestly,
I would say
it does.
It runs on both machines very well. They did a great job of optimizing.
But I think just as far as the machines themselves are concerned, the PlayStation does a better job, because, I mean, even today on Megan's stream, it crashed when she went to go see her relics. And she had to restart the game, live on stream.
Aww.
And it seemed like a normal thing to her, because yeah, Warframe fucking crashes on Xbox, because everything crashes on a fucking Xbox. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
My salt seeps.
True.
Salt seeps.
And granted, it does, but at the same time, I still had, like, I even had crashes with Horizon Zero Dawn on PlayStation.
True.
So
Games crash, that's normal, that's natural.
Oh, and that might be just, like, me working off of a, like, basically a base level PS4. Like, it's the Batman one. Yeah, granted. And
it's the same one I have.
True.
Currently.
And I was putting it through its paces, honestly, in Horizon. Like, I was doing a lot of shit. But that also says something about the overall, engine for Horizon Zero Dawn. I only ever had it crash once.
No, yeah, it's optimized, obviously. I mean, it's a first-party developer developing for, you know, the fucking system that essentially builds their house.
Well, also, here, I don't know if you know this, but Kojima's using the same engine to build
Yeah, I told you that.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
No, you didn't, because I learned it from Kinda Funny.
I told you that, like, fucking 2 weeks ago when they actually posted that video.
Apparently I wasn't listening.
No, you weren't, because you rarely do.
Hey, fuck you, I listen.
Like,
community stuff.
And that's been known for a while.
Right. And he's evolving a bunch of stuff. That fucking Death Stranding. And
how do you know?
We were just talking about hype.
You can't fucking say Death Stranding is gonna be great. You actually don't know.
On my understanding of Kojima, my love for his style of game and his mental mindfucks of hey, we're gonna do this crazy shit. Oh, fuck you. But his ability to go, hey, we're gonna do this crazy mental mindfuck thing. And it 90% of the time works.
Well, yeah, he's all about experience.
This is something that I genuinely like games that do that. Like, games that craft experiences. I've found myself, I guess, as I've matured as a gamer, liking more complex games a lot more, or more story-based games a considerable amount more. As where, when I started, I was primarily a shooter fan. I just like shooters. That was it, period.
Do you choose to leave now,
I mean,
or
I had
continue
my
fighting?
fucking Halo 4 that I absolutely loved and still love. Because, honestly, to me, it was a very, very balanced shooter.
God damn it.
Eh, I need 4 months though.
Well, no, I need the Accidental Prime Link, but whatever.
Oh, wait, no, that's a rare. Fuck.
Yeah.
But, like, that's where I came from, and then slowly over time, you want to continue, or?
Oh, no. We'll think of something else to do.
Okay. But, why don't we endo farm? I need more endo. We got prime mods.
Okay, sure. I can endo
We're
farm.
done here. The extraction team will
Farmificate
take
the
over
endo.
from here.
That's
Time
I
fine.
to
still
evacuate.
cannot bring up the stream.
Really?
Okay, it's not giving it to me. What's the stream called? What did you actually? What do you type? Particular stream?
The
consciousness
Tenno
that we've got
drink
going
minimum,
here.
episode 0.
Ah, very well.
Episode -0, or EP-0. I'm gonna go grab my my endo farmer with his super death machine. But honestly, like I really enjoyed playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and this is completely off topic because I've got on a new tangent.
If I may say,
But
operator,
Horizon Zero
your
Dawn,
chosen
for instance.
Warframe suits you.
Something that I was actually talking about with a guy I know who he isn't gonna finish a lot of games, but he plays all of them because it's required for his job. He was talking about it. He's basically summed it up as so. During this week, he was saying, well, Horizon's the best game he's played since Witcher 3. And that was accurate for him. And then Breath of the Wild came out, and he played it, and he was like, well, this is the best game I've played since Witcher 3. And honestly, I haven't played Breath of the Wild.
I am debating on getting it soonish.
And
Probably.
granted, yeah. I'm not.
I mean, when it comes back in stock, I'm not paying upwards of $400 of a fucking. I'm not paying upwards of goddamn retail price.
Genuine thing that I'm sure that you also subscribe to. Do not buy shit from scalpers, ever. Fucking ever. Do not support that shit because money talks. Do not support that shit. And I know there's people that do. Hey. He's an intelligent motherfucker. And I agree with him on that. Do not ever support scalpers.
Colin's quotes. Okay.
He didn't actually ever say that.
Hold
So, fuck you.
I guess.
See, so I'm starting to feel it.
That works. Starting to feel it? Oh, yeah, you've had what? How many shots now?
Overall, because that last one was a double, probably about 4.
Okay.
I'm starting to get in a nice mood, which, you know what, fuck it. You just mentioned it. And we're in a little bit of a break. Do that right next to the mic so you guys can hear it.
Alright, let's see about getting our asses kicked.
Ah.
Yeah, it's already started. I don't know what you're. Oh my god! I got one shot around a corner. That's the one thing I hate about this.
Get fucked! Ow! I got blinded. He's dead. Wait, Gorse here. Which, by the way, Gorth is the worst thing about this.
There we go. Alright. So.
I don't know if I have the right Oma build for this. I should probably check that.
Haha. Is he invincible? God damn it. Alright, fuck it, I'll come back to him.
Yeah, he's invincible. That's where I went. Yeah.
Nope, he died. There's blah 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 endo out here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
For those of you that don't know, this is actually a really great way to farm endo. If you have a legion or something and you can do a distant observer build for like a one-hit build or something, you can actually... Where the fuck did... Oh, she went in the air.
Oh yeah.
God
Plus,
damn it,
we don't have the update yet, where because apparently he did find out sometime last week about the invis gas thing that's been happening.
Aww.
So yeah, they did find out about it, and they did say they're actually looking into it and probably going to change it.
Damn it.
And make gas work appropriately.
Keep it within parameters.
Yeah, it's stacking in such a way that's like
Absurd.
really ridiculous.
Yeah, and granted, that's what made it like the big thing. Was it is absurd at the moment. It is so powerful because it just straight bypasses armor, and it's a workaround to kind of the scaling of Warframe, which is a big issue at certain points. Because the scaling of Warframe kind of gets absurd when you get into the stupid high levels.
I mean, yeah, if you're going, you know, if you're doing some Life of Rio shit, where it's like level 400 douchebag rolls up on me, look what I can do to his face.
He's a decent, like, he does the math and shit. He's a decent YouTuber.
Yeah, I know.
Actually,
I'm just saying, but it's like nobody is going to do that.
Nobody
like,
needs.
You've got to be trying ridiculously for yourself for that, because there's no payoff for doing that. Like, the game doesn't reward you for going to level 400 enemies.
I'll play devil's advocate here. Now, granted, for me, there is, like, thinking about it normally. For me, like, playing devil's advocate, I don't do anything at that level. But there are people who that's their endgame. And we were just talking the other week about endgame is what you make it, especially in Warframe. Endgame is totally what you make it. And so, like, your endgame is Master rank. And that's something you've been working for. That's why you're MR19, even though you started after me. Granted, I'm not even close to that. But my endgame is more of making my character or my main do whatever the hell I need it to, no matter what the concern is. And that's what I'm working towards. I'm trying to get Volt to be more tanky or extend his survivability, that type of stuff. And so that's my end game. And if that's his end game of I want to be able to beat the highest level enemy possible, more power to him. That's my personal opinion.
I mean, yeah, sure, if that's what he wants to do, and it can be entertaining to watch, and it's very interesting, but it's not super useful or practical knowledge for the base player, because your average or even fucking extended player isn't gonna do that.
Right.
Right?
Fair enough.
But I get the entertainment value of it, and I do see that there's a validity to building yourself and placing yourself in a mindset to be able to do that, because, you know, then it turns the base game into something that's considerably easier.
Yeah. But at the same time, you get into the whole thing that we've discussed before of the builds that aren't viable unless you're on that level. Oh, there's endo up here before it ends. Okay.
I got it.
Right on. But yeah, you get into that issue of, because that does happen, even with level 120s. There are builds that work at certain levels and that don't work at lower levels because of spawn rates or what have you. And you run into that issue. And it's all about, like, how do you deal with that? And it's, because personally, I don't think you need to kill anything a higher level than 120. Because that's the highest thing you're going to see regardless of any content. Normally.
True. Yeah, see, that's my thing, is, like, if you can, like, when people go to the simulacrum and test stuff, like other YouTubers and things like that, they go in and they test things in the simulacrum to show stuff off. They go with their highest level that they can show off.
With, I think it's
I get
Rob
that.
is what, 135? Rob from A Gay Guy Plays,
Yeah.
which, by the way, if you haven't seen him, go watch him. He's fucking hilarious.
I figure if anybody's watching this, then they've seen him.
Very
I
true.
guarantee
Well,
that.
granted, you have
But-
new players. You have new players.
True. But, yeah. I would say that it makes sense to do that, to go to the simulacrum and test against level, 140s and things like that, however high you can get up. That makes the most practical sense, because the base game itself is never really going to scale higher than 120.
Well, I'll put it to you this. Again, playing devil's advocate. What about things like Fraudman? The Fraudman poster, which, if I'll clarify for newer players who might be watching this, the Index, which is something that just hit consoles, is a thing that if you get on the endless trial for the Index, if you get past an hour, somebody spawns called Mike
John
Prodman.
Prodman.
John Prodman.
John Prodman.
John
Yes.
Prodman. Where if you kill him, you get a special poster. But getting to that hour level, you have to scale with them, which they get into what, 200, 250s? Maybe even
I think it's
higher
higher than that.
Yeah,
You've got to go for at least an hour,
right.
is what everybody says. Like, we tried it a couple times and failed. Which, I
That
mean,
was just our
we
team
could
comp.
probably, yeah, we could definitely do it. It's just, refining, and I didn't want to look up videos and try to find, like, how people did it specifically or anything like that. I didn't want to copy that. I wanted us to get there naturally like we would.
Right. Which we
yeah,
give it a couple more
that's-
shots, I'm sure we would. We went from, what, 20 minutes to 45?
Yeah. Something like that. But I think we'll be okay. Anyway, so yeah, you're saying getting up to that level. Yeah, I understand where Life of Rio, that's where that starts to come in. But that's an Easter egg type of thing where the Prodman thing was a joke in the community. Somebody made that up on like the forums or something like that. The legend of John Prodman, who was a Corpus crewman who killed Ford with Justice Prova. Right?
Right.
So, like, they threw that in the game, as a fucking high five to the community. And,
Right.
Then they actually put something in the game that commemorates the fact that you got that far, that you did that, right? That is a one-time thing.
Yeah, not to undermine anybody. And granted, you can get the poster more than once, but not to undermine anybody. That's a really cool thing, especially for DE or any developer to do, is to clarify, we look at the community so much, we see this thing forming, and we like it, we understand it, we think it's funny, we think it's great, we're going to actually help it along and put it into the game.
Well,
which is to commemorate DE.
Commend by them
yeah,
commemorating
sorry.
something that the
Commend,
community came
yeah.
up with. Yeah, find your words, bro. Find your words. See, this is why only one of us is drinking tonight.
Fair enough.
The other one of us has work. Oh my god! That hurt so much I got punched in the face.
The other one
Okay.
is dying.
Yes. No, me and Gorth are there. He put on his fucking invulnerability, which...
Oh. That is the one asshole thing about this. And granted, we understand where that comes from, as a dev perspective. But
Yeah, I know.
as a player, that's still kind of the fuck, man.
It's a bad mindset for development, honestly. That's really what it is. That's why people don't like it, is because it doesn't... Making something invincible without it requiring a skill to remove the invincibility is not good for gameplay.
Okay, so
It's
here,
like-
let's talk about something that was on a dev stream. The if you haven't watched any of the dev streams, they're toying around. The developers are toying around with an idea of for what was it? For infested Eximuses, just put weak points on them and make them invincible until you remove the weak points.
See, that's not bad. That's a gameplay thing. That's...
A skill-based
You have
thing.
to work... Yeah, you have to apply some effort and skill into dealing with a obviously higher tier enemy. Instead of just making enemies invincible because, no, we don't want you to kill them this fast, Which
Right.
has been kind of their mentality for a while. It's like, well, people are just blazing through these enemies. We need to put a stopgap of some kind. Well, let's just make some invincible. Like, Yeah, that's bullshit.
Oh fuck! Ow! I should have moved. But yeah, I agree with you. Now, what is your stance on Ximises? Because that's actually a very polarizing thing in the community.
I have no issue with these things. It's really a non-issue for me, I'll be honest. Eximus units are not the end of the world, and neither are fucking Garys, or, nullifiers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see what the problem is, but then again, I don't play frames that require you to stay in a state.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay,
I meant,
but still staying in a state, yeah, nullifiers, like, still staying in a state, and then having to turn it back on or something like that. Sure, the only reason... Sorry, excuse me. There we go.
Okay.
Coughing, I almost died. But, staying in a particular state, like, when I first started playing, I was playing Xcal, and I love Xcal, and I play him a lot, right? Or I did, for the longest time, right?
He's the poster boy, he's cool.
Yeah, I stayed in Exalted Blade for as long as humanly possible, and that's what I built myself for, was to stay in this Exalted Blade mode and go into survivals and stay there for, you know, a couple hours and whatnot, and be silly with it. But when a nullifier would show up, I would prioritize them, and I would throw my Exalted Blades at him specifically just so I could get the thing down.
Right, which is the thing that happened.
Know that, oh, you know what? I'm just going to run in there and I'm going to slice him really quickly. Because I know the second I step in the bubble, my Exalted Blade goes away, I pull out my normal weapon, one hit, he's gone, no big deal, moving on.
Right.
Right? And that's been there's 2 points, or 2 sides to the argument, and one is always going to be, nullifiers are not that bad, just go in the bubble, kill them, and fucking do your thing again. The other point is, oh, you gave me all this power, and then you're just gonna take it the fuck away? Well, it's like, if you play smarter, no, they're not gonna take it away from you. Like, that's the point, nullifiers were a band-aid situation where they wanted the players to have something that they could actually fear. Something that would, you know, I mean, granted, it's not like, get yourself in the mindset of being the Tenno and the Warframe and fear this particular bad guy because he's so tough. It's more the player of, stop trying to run through everything in front of you and think about what you're doing for 1 second. And now, granted, that brings up a bigger problem with Warframe as a whole that I see, which is, somebody brought this up on Reddit a while back, and that's the identity of Warframe. Is it a super stealthy, sneaky game? Is it a hacky, slashy game? Is it a shooter? What is it? And, you know, it bounces around to a lot of things. I think Warframe is an amalgamous. It's many things to many people. So you can't really tie that down.
I 100% agree with that. But the thing is,
that being the case,
what you want it to be.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's many things. It's something different to every individual, and that's because it, you know, bases itself in the third-person action adventure hacky slashiness. I got killed by an area effect explosion. But
oh, it's because there's more
without that fucking particular, you know, without stating a particular identity for the game for what it is, it does leave it very open, and that's good and bad. The bad being that you have a game in which you empower the players very, very much, so they get to run around feeling powerful. The second you penalize them being powerful, they take it in offense immediately. Because the game is supposed to be based around them being powerful, or empowered in some way. That's why some people didn't like ODST. You went from being Master Chief for so long that when you went to being a fucking a hell jumper, it was like, well, what the fuck? I don't get to, you know, just go knock people out in the back of the head anymore. And now grunts are like my height.
Exactly, and like that was the thing that I wanted to.
But you start playing that game smarter.
Exactly, I wanted to bring that up. Is the jump from Halo 3 to Halo ODST was fucking massive and hugely polarized. Like, personally, I loved ODST because I saw ODST as a fucking challenge. I remember going and, okay, the first thing anybody does in ODST, and I maintain this, is if you played like Master Chief and played Halo 3, you go, oh shit, I'm gonna run up and punch this grunt in the face. You punch this grunt in the face, and then you go, why isn't it dead? And then you get the fuck kicked out of you, and you immediately realize, I'm not a Spartan. And you understand all of a sudden that you are now a guerrilla warfare fighter, and we were talking about this earlier, of all of a sudden, you are now a person that's on the same level. You are not a god. You are somebody who has to work for every inch. And that was a huge milestone in the Halo franchise.
Yeah, because even they had said it at the time. I don't remember. I saw a development diary a while back that said something to the effect of, we had spent so much time building you up. By each game, you got more and more powerful as you went. And, you know, by the end of the third game, Master Chief was fucking, you know, he was, you felt so empowered in that moment of just being Master Chief that you just ran through the game and didn't care about it. That's why people to this day say the hardest level in all of Halo is the first level of Halo 2.
It is. I attest to that. I do not care. I attest to that. It was one of the hardest levels.
Holy shit, I just got an assassination. I didn't think you could do that here.
You can if they're unalerted, which doesn't happen very often. Oh, we won.
Oh, yeah. But with that feeling of empowerment to the players, when you see something that takes that empowerment away in such a drastic way, there's going to be a knee-jerk reaction, which is why the whole Gary situation is very polarizing. Nullifiers are such a big deal, or have been. And I like the change that they made to them, because it emphasizes an actual portion of skill.
One second.
To deal with the situation.
You're talking about them going to instrument
to add the
weak point. That's a very small spot on the head. That encourages them to, instead of you just bursting in the bubble with high fire rate, you using more of a precision weapon. Take it away.
It also gives snipers kind of a role, which is, you know, I mean, again, that's the sniper thing is a little band-aidy. That's not 100%, because that's a very, very particular thing for one faction for sniper rifles to have a high use, you know? But that's beside the point. They did add something that makes nullifiers, or at least visually, catches your attention.
Yeah. Representative of all types of gameplay.
Yeah, to think about attacking a nullifier in a different way, as opposed to the way you would normally for really any enemy type in the game. Because, like, right now, we're literally doing the same thing over and over. We're using stealth exploits to beat up high-level enemies with just melee.
Right.
And, I mean, there's not a whole lot to this. This is a slow-paced fucking version of, what is that shit? Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, granted,
and the majority of this game can
engaging.
be... The majority of Warframe can boil down to that. But, I mean, spy missions are a completely different beast. Arcwing is a completely different game that's kind of beholden to the game proper.
Right.
It's a game made within a game, right? So, like, they have done a lot to diversify the game's gameplay.
Based on what we've been talking about, do you think Arcwing was a pure side product of keeping the developers, or at least the people working at Digital Extremes, engaged in playing, or engaged in what they were creating? We talked about, because what we talked about earlier was the fact that you can't have, like, just as the player gets burnt out on working on the same content, so does the developer. And so things like Arcwing may have been created based on that. Do you think that that is a viable option?
I think that it is, and it does work when you get to make something that's so dramatically different, but still stay in your wheelhouse. Like, they know the game, they know the engine and stuff like that, and they've added so much to the game that, you know, diversifies what it is. I definitely think that letting the devs just make random shit and come up with new stuff to put into the game is a great idea. I think it helps the longevity of the development process, or at least it'll be somewhat comforting to think you are working on something new-ish. For even if it's in the same game, you're at least doing something different than what you do normally every day, which is, you know, listen to
whatever.
Which is kind of a drawback as well, because
damn,
you have so many new things that have come out in this time that the game's been around. They've been lacking in polish in a lot of areas.
Right. And one mainstay that I keep going back to is the focus system. Because there's still a disclaimer that says, this is in beta.
Yeah, it's actually there on your UI, which it's one thing to say that that's in beta when they have stated that Warframe itself is kind of perpetually in beta, like the game as a whole. But
so
see, that's where I had my issue earlier.
Of, there's a beta in beta.
That's part of where I had my issue earlier, where I would say after the War Within, Warframe is pretty well a released product. It's done.
Here,
because you have a completed story.
Go ahead and outline that. Not for me, but for anybody watching this. Go ahead and outline it.
What?
The conversation we had before with betas. What you were saying. Oh, motherfucker. Oh. We were lucky
Reduced
to not
abilities
have this.
Oh, yeah. God damn it.
But go ahead and outline what you were saying before. If you can while doing this.
Maybe. Yeah, so just like Paragon is now in open beta, this game has been perpetually in beta, but I don't view it that way, and I don't think a lot of people do. I don't even think the majority of the community even knows that technically this game is still in beta.
Hmm?
Because it is a fleshed out product.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right? The majority, it's like, this game is done. Somewhat.
Exactly. For the most part.
Yeah. But when you look at the story, the actual campaign that exists, and how the star chart is organized, and how it actually flows you through to completing story missions in a particular order, that is the structure of a finished product, right?
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that it's a finished product, but that is, they have now structured it, because it wasn't always that way. The game was kind of one big mess of stuff that was put together. That was a good time. So, with the structure that they've implemented, with the star chart as it is, and how you progress through the story, you have a fully fledged game now. You have a product that you could put on store shelves.
Endo
I'm probably gonna die.
Endo on the bridge.
Okay. Yeah. This guy's got a Brock hammer, and I've got no fucking energy. You just took that. Kill him.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I wanted to get out of that situation.
Oh god, another guy.
But yeah, you have Warframe is effectively a finished product, right? But they will always joke that it's in beta.
Mm-hmm.
They always say that it's in beta, and I think they're genuinely serious about that. And I think most people don't know that. What they think of as a finished product isn't a finished product.
And
or
will never
what we
be.
think of it, what we think of as a finished product,
yeah,
they say isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And will never be. Because they can't be. With the parameters that
That's
they have
the
set
other thing.
forth, it can't be.
That's the other thing. They have made effectively what amounts to a modern MMO. You know, it's got a slightly different structure, but it effectively runs parallel to what MMOs do in a lot of ways. So,
but at the same time, it is technically. I would honestly, looking at it now, I would consider this to be an MMO, but not a conventional MMO.
Yeah, no. In the same way, Destiny was kind of an MMO. Like,
no,
I get
even
that.
in different veins.
I would say probably more refined than such a game as Destiny, but whatever.
that has bias to it, so we're not gonna even get into that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole right now. I'm okay. But what they have effectively with the War Within at this point looks and feels like a finished product to anybody coming to it, right? But by their accounts, it's not finished. However, by their definition of not finished, you could say that, you know, what I stated earlier was you could say that by their definition of still in beta, for what they have here, fucking, there's plenty of MMOs that are perpetually in beta, like Warcraft would have been in beta for 10 years.
True.
Alright, because Warcraft constantly has balance changes, constantly has passes to it, has had major updates for 10 years. Granted, its expansions take, you know, considerably longer to come out, and they add, you know, a retarded amount of content every time they do something, but...
Well, and that's even of itself relative. Because I would say, like, Warlords of Draenor, good expansion. The one before that, Mists of Pandaria, was it Mists, or what was it before that?
Pandaria?
Yeah, Mists of Pandaria before Warlords of Draenor was shit. It was a fucking cash grab to grab new people. And granted, I didn't play...
Modern Edo.
Oh, okay. I didn't grab that... I didn't play that long. But even I could tell from just looking at it that it wasn't that great of an expansion. It was something that was stacked on top of old expansions. It was a slight difference that nobody really gave a shit about. And you have people like CD Projekt Red and other people along those veins who are doing things in such a vein to create huge and incredible size of DLC and stuff that is of a scale that's unsurmountable, but at the same time, free. Hey, what's up, Dark Matter Savage? Dark Matter Savage. Meh. This is a 10 drink minimum, and I'm drunk as fuck. Because I've taken like 6 shots at this point, because I've been doing doubles. What's going on? We're doing a Warframe podcast. But anyway, continuing our conversation, I would say like people who have an understanding, which granted, DE has a intense understanding of how their community works, because they're so in tune with it, which is something that they have to be for their structure. They have to be very in tune with their community for their structure and their active things that are going on. And I don't think a lot of games do that. I don't know if World of Warcraft does it to the scale that, like, DE does.
Jesus Christ. I was muted.
Oh, God.
I was trying to say something about their engagement with the community. They actually do it considerably better than probably a large margin of game developers, but...
Yeah, and here, if you've been following DE, not DE, but, Epic, for instance.
Oh, yeah, Epic, okay. Yay.
Epic's learning. Because granted, Epic doesn't have the know-how that, like, Digital Extremes do. Which, interacting on a daily basis with their community. Which, granted, Epic interacts.
When it comes to community management, that could be argued, sure, but outside of that, Epic has been around longer.
Right, well, granted. But, like, nothing against Epic. Or nothing against KL, specifically. Because KL is a fantastic community manager. And I'm sure he does everything he possibly can. KL Smith. Or Arctic, on the internet.
On the internet?
Yeah, internet. He's known
okay,
as
how long
Arctic.
have we been going?
I can't actually tell.
Sweet baby Jesus.
I can't actually tell. Actually, hold on. I can cheese this. 57 minutes.
57 minutes. See, we've been going for about an hour, rambling like idiots. And you're obviously drunk at this point, so I think maybe... What would you say is our overarching point here in this discussion, since you're the one that's been drinking?
Hype and Digital Extremes.
Hype and Digital Extremes. That's what we're gonna end it with. Hype and Digital Extremes. Yeah. Let's
do one more. Let's do one more, and we'll close it up with that. We'll run it out to 60 minutes, and we'll close it up with that.
Well, depending on what we get, it could be 60 minutes, could be more. What time is it? It's a little after 8 now, so yeah, that's good, because I might get something to snack on, and honestly,
you've been actually doing a lot of good, like, talking and stuff. But granted, it's been me prompting you. But
well, my mouth is really dry from talking, and I'm trying to drink my tea, and it's really fucking hot. And this NyQuil has had an effect.
Been kicking your ass?
A little bit. I got bullied on that last game, dude. I got bullied hard. The lack of energy fucking killed me.
Good thing that I'm actually doing streaming.
Yeah, yep. Because I'd be fucking useless. Plus, I was muted for like part of that while you were rambling and stumbling over your words. Which is great.
I've been trying, but
yeah,
granted, I've also been drunk.
No,
but like,
no, not been. You are. Jesus Christ, dude! Stop running like a jackass. Come here. Oh my God, he keeps just darting side to side, like.
But as I've been saying, yeah, that guy's kind of an asshole. But as I've been saying, like, Chaos Smith has been doing a wonderful job with the Epic community, and it's, I would say, it's considerably harder to juggle the Epic community because it is a MOBA, and MOBAs are,
notorious for spite, rage, salt, anger, hate,
yeah,
and all the things that lead to the dark side of the Force.
They're notorious for being toxic. To sum it all up, they're notorious for being very toxic.
I was trying to get away from that word. Stop running! I love the Oma for that.
Exactly, the quick CC.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, he's been doing an amazing. He's been doing an increasingly good job at it, and that is something DE, Rebecca, and Megates, because she will forever be Megates.
You go to TennoCon, you better say that to her face.
I will, totally. I will do it straight up. I don't care. I will be in a Voltgrax cosplay and I will call her Megates.
Megates. And I can look over and be like, my friend, he's a grown-ass man.
But I will straight up say it to her face. But they have done an amazing job at growing a very, very good community. A very, interactive community. In a sense, of people who want to work together. And granted, as they've grown in size, that has diminished slightly, just because you're going to get people who are toxic.
I think it's the loud minority. I don't think that the cooperativeness and the cohesiveness of the community is lacking. I just think that it's not as visible when you have people who overshadow it with negativity.
And
who
again,
verbose with their negativity, so
that's a huge thing that happens in video games. That's something that I think a lot of developers have kind of adapted to, is the very vocal minority mindset.
It's weeding that out. Even Steve from D has like stated that what is the real problem that the player is complaining about, as opposed to what are they screaming about in your face.
Which, you know what I think has really helped with that, personally?
His dev streams?
The workshop.
Or his personal stream? Oh, the actual dev workshop?
Yeah, the dev workshop, which is fundamentally dominated by founders. Or people who have supported the game originally, back when you didn't have a fucking ship. You had a dark room where you were like, I'm gonna envision the universe.
Endo here.
Okay. And that was it. And that was something that was so basic and so early on that was incredible. Which I honestly...
Under the bridge?
Yep, see it. That was something I wish that I was a part of. And I wish I had actually supported it sooner. Because I didn't support it until after the ship was kind of a thing. I had played a little bit, but I hadn't really this is going to take off. And granted, I wish I would have. Because this game has become such a huge part of me as a gamer. Honestly, I'd say this has been as big of an impact as even Halo 2 or Halo 3 on it. Which is considerable.
I would say this is probably up there with Contra for me.
Damn! That's even more than I thought you would give it.
Yeah. Contra's a big fucking deal for me, especially the NES original. That's that's one of my babies. That's up there with my Castlevania and fucking.
And I mean,
Final Fantasy VII and shit.
For your scale, that's even as much for me as fucking Doom 2 demo. That shaped me as a gamer for fucking years. And granted, that was even after my time, but somebody from that time showed it to me. That was huge for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't put this on the scale of Doom and Symphony of the Night for me, but definitely it's up there with games that I have given a considerable amount to of myself. I've put in a good amount of money. This is one of the few games where it's free to play game, but yeah, I'll spend the money on it every now and again. I'll have a little bit of fun with it, and it's super grindy, but yeah, I don't know. It's just fun. It has yet to not be fun, which is why we speak passionately about it. Because which is where I think a lot of the confusion comes from with hate and salt and things like that, is the reason people get pissed off about this particular thing, even though it's super first world bullshit,
right,
is because first and foremost, they are passionate about the thing, and they just want it to be as good as they imagine it.
Right. They want it to fulfill their dreams, which in a large part it has.
Well, or at least it has the potential to. Alright, you said we were doing one more.
We're gonna do one more to round it out because I want to do round numbers, and we're sitting at an odd number. So
It's also a game type that you can't control how long it takes.
I understand that.
You're being stupid.
We're at an hour and 7
And
minutes.
now-
Okay, I want a round number.
I'm gonna drink my tea and I'm just gonna let the cough syrup do its job.
Hey,
So-
you cut up to me that time, so the alcohol and the cough syrup are catching up to each other.
That's probably true, but I am gonna want to take a nap here. And
Okay, we're recording.
and you're inside of me. Ah! Oh my god. Oh, hey, did you see Hydroxate's
Chroma?
runway today? Yeah, his chroma's really good.
His
I
chroma's
was surprised
fucking
at that, 'cause
fantastic.
I can't make chroma pretty, and it fucking pisses me off. I want
Well,
chroma to
okay.
be pretty.
Granted, we're on console, he's on PC.
Yeah, his rendering is a lot better. I imagine
His
it's considerably
rendering is a
higher,
lot
but
better,
we're-
and he
we're
has
also-
access to
we're-
skins that we don't have.
True. Which apparently is the Tenno Gen thing that's going on. Is they're trying to get consoles caught up.
Mm-hmm. They have 15 items. 15 fucking items ready for us on the next set, which is insane.
Oh yeah, that's really absurd. Oh, can't wait. Hopefully my fucking devil helmet is in there for Frost. So.
I'm waiting for Volt Grax, man. I'm
Yep.
hoping. I'm hoping beyond fucking hope. I want it.
We should be getting the Prime toggle as well at some point.
That should be next up.
That should actually, yeah, that should be the next update. Okay.
And no on circle.
Yay! Get rid of that thing. I haven't even been tracking how much endo we're getting. To be honest, I haven't been looking.
We got 300
I've just
of them,
been kinda-
that's all I remember.
Oh, you've actually looked because
At
I
one.
have not.
We've been getting a decent amount. But, like, granted, this is such a
guess.
mindless fucking grind that we can just do this. I just executed him.
Yeah.
He didn't die.
Yep. Is this Gorth? No, this is not Gorth.
You can hear my ringtone, which is fucking Ortis.
Ortis.
So,
Yeah. You should probably mute your fucking phone sometime, huh, buddy?
hey, I'm looking at comments. We got time for that. Ain't nobody got
Oh,
time
yeah.
for that.
I mean, I'm looking at him too. For our inaugural fucking cast here, there's not a whole lot going on, honestly, because, to be fair,
Hey, one
nobody knows who the hell we
for
are.
one for an inaugural cast is impressive.
Somebody drunkenly stumbled into our chat.
Hey, we're glad to have.
That's
oh
cool.
fuck! I got sniped.
You can quote him. Go ahead and put that on his gravestone.
But yeah, like, we've honestly just been sitting here and bullshitting and having fun talking about. Wow, that was quick.
That was fast. Okay, now. And I got 50 endo off of that.
This is the first
Alright.
fucking thing. First fucking run, you've gotten more kills than me. So, it is time for me to end this. That was my threshold. But, we've kind of bounced around a lot, and granted, I'm drunk as fuck at this point because I've been taking shots constantly.
Brag about it.
Hey, fuck you. Just because you want to be responsible doesn't mean you get a shit on me for not wanting to be.
I got work in the morning, so you can eat a dick. And anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. You can fucking sign this shit off. And
Hey,
don't
no,
do the
you gotta
fucking
stick
stay
around.
cool, stay casual thing.
Fuck you. You
That's
gotta stick
gay.
around for this. Fuck you. You gotta stick
It's
around
so
for
gay.
this. But this has been episode 0. Granted, we've had a lot of fun. If you guys have fun watching it, leave a comment. Tell us, what is your favorite Warframe? Because I'm curious. Granted, I'm drunk, but I'm also curious.
What's your favorite Warframe, bitch?
You have to ask.
I'm saying you're speaking to potential watchers of a video. You might as well fucking state it.
Fair
Be
enough.
like, hey, look at me. I'm this guy.
My favorite
Ooh.
Warframe is Volt. Period. My favorite Warframe is Volt Prime.
Scrub.
Oh, fuck you. Fucking, I'm a Frost main. I'm gonna use Snow Globe and not touch anything.
I don't want to touch anything. It's all filthy.
You filthy fucking casual. You filthy fucking casual.
Alright. Anyway.
What is
Anyway.
this angry?
I am Kaz. I have been
recall
joined by...
A belligerent wannabe drunk. I'm sorry, a belligerent man who wants to be drunk right now, but can't because he has responsibilities and he's an adult. I'm Shotface. And this
Also
has been
known
the Tenno 2 drink minimum. Or my favorite, better title is These Two Argon, but spelled as Argon.
Yeah, exactly. Argon. We'll do
Yeah,
something with
I
that
would
on a
like
different
that.
podcast, on a solely
I want to
Warframe
have that
podcast.
title for something.
Why don't we do that on a
No,
solely
fuck that.
Warframe podcast later?
No.
Why don't you do that as your editorial? These Two Argon is just me drunk playing devil's advocate and you just doing your editorial.
Probably. That won't be too much different from right now, except I'll be coherent and I'll have actual points to make.
Fair enough. But this has been the Tenno 2 drink minimum. I am Kaz. I have been joined by Shotface. Keep it cool. Keep it casual. Thanks for watching.
Lame! Oh my god, you're so lame.